This is The Great Expanse by John Bett 426. And yes, I have a little congestion going on, but we're going to power through it. Come on, healing factor. Maybe not as fast as Logan's or any of the other Weapon X people, but it's working. Amen. All right, some quick Marvel news. First of all, good morning. It's early Sunday morning. Thank you for coming to the channel. Hit like if you like the video. Hit dislike if you dislike the video. If you like it so much that everyone you know has to know about it as well, I'm all for that. Share the video with them. Let that be the greatest... Let that be the greatest gift you can give. You know they say love is the greatest gift. This might be second to love. But anyway, I'm playing. So, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. All. So when a new video is dropped, you'll be the second one to know about it. And I will be the foist. I wish I had Darkseid's Omega beams. This way, I could still do the video, shoot the lasers. I mean, still continue with the video, and the lasers will just go wherever I wanted to, just destroy noise-making objects. Not people, but noise-making objects like car horns and engines. Now, this is the title of the headline from The Direct. The Direct is the website that I'm crediting for this. It's called Marvel Studios Issues Statement on Controversial New Superhero Casting. I have no idea what this is about. So let's read it. We'll find out together. We'll be holding hands. Just like in Us. Why'd I bring that up? Alrighty, so once again, more pop-ups on a site, which irritate me to no end. Okay, and the article should be credited to Sam Hargrave. Okay. Marvel Studios has been dead set on bringing new characters into the fold with Phase 4, many of whom came from all over the world. Moon Knight delivered the first Egyptian hero. Shang-Chi took the MCU's first trip to Asia, and Ms. Marvel dived right into Kamala Khan's Pakistani origin. 3 series and 1 movie that I did not like. But in fairness, I didn't give them a chance to finish either. So I'll be fair. But in fairness to me, they usually say you don't get a second time around to make a good first impression. And their first impressions of all 3 series were Moon Knight I got through 2 or 3 episodes of, but Ms. Marvel I didn't finish. Shang-Chi I watched for 5 minutes and then zip. Beep. Back to the article. During Disney's D23 convention, Marvel Studios revealed Captain America: New World Order will introduce Shira Haas as Sabra, an Israeli superhero. Sabra is a mutant with close ties to her national government as she works for Mossad, Israel's national intelligence agency. The casting reveal recently started viral controversies as the MCU edges into the territory of the Israel-Palestine conflict that has endured since the mid-20th century. Now, Marvel Studios finally responded to the situation. Alright, so hold up. This controversy is being stirred because there are real-life events. Isn't art supposed to imitate life? Like why are we making a big deal about this? If we know there's an Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Marvel responds to Captain America 4's hero controversy. Following a viral outcry regarding Shira Haas's casting as Sabra, an Israeli superhero, in Captain America: New World Order, Marvel Studios responded in a statement issued to the New York Times. That's a pretty well-known newspaper. Probably the most well-known newspaper. The statement promised that while inspiration is taken from the comics, New World Order will be taking a new approach with Sabra to reimagine her for today's audience. And you know how much I love reinterpretations and reimaginations. There's a picture here of Sabra. And she looks pretty cool. I'll probably post this, okay? While our characters and stories are inspired by the comics, that's a period. It shouldn't be a comma, right? They are always freshly imagined for the screen and today's audience, and the filmmakers are taking a new approach with the character Sabra, who was first introduced in the comics over 40 years ago. That told us nothing. So how will Marvel change Sabra? Which I thought the quote was going to explain. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier didn't shy away from diving into controversial politics, and Captain America: New World Order ought to be a similar affair. But that doesn't mean the paranoia thriller blockbuster will explore the Israel-Palestine conflict, even though Sabra has had connections to the tensions in past comics. Marvel Studios has always made a point of differing its from the comics. Bad grammar there. Whether that means only loosely adapting existing stories or completing overhauling characters, occasionally combining them with others. Sabra ought to be another example of this, as the studio likely avoids the political situation in the region. Cowards. No. Although avoiding addressing the conflict altogether could prove to be just as controversial as exploring it in great depth, which is what makes the situation so tough for Marvel Studios. But for now, there's no telling how Sabra will play into New World Order, or even how significant of a player she will be. Perhaps Sabra will simply prove as a representative of the region in a larger global story. She did once represent Israel in a meeting held by Black Panther. Maybe this is only the beginning of the international superhero castings, and New World Order will eventually include more players from around the world, but only time will tell. And that's the end of the article. Here are my thoughts. I'm not familiar with the mutant Sabra. I don't know what her powers are. If her powers are like wacky and like she can only blow up Palestinians, I mean something like really racist like that, then axe her. You know what I mean? My Palestinian death ray, you know, that's disgusting and is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure those aren't her powers. But what I'm saying is that we can't pussyfoot around real life incidents. So if Sabra is a Mossad agent, maybe she's not a hero. Maybe she's an anti-hero. I mean, Marvel Studios, they shouldn't shy away from controversies so much. I mean, this is art. Nobody should be able to tell an artist what colors he or she should use on their canvas. Marvel Studios, you have a very expensive canvas. I'm sorry, but nobody should tell you that you can't use this color. And of course, that's a metaphor. But, I mean, it's like Doctor Who could easily handle this. You know, from the BBC. I mean, they have plenty of like pale characters. Like, you know, they're not black or white. They're kind of in that gray area, that pale area. And Shira Haas, let me see a picture of her again. Good face, like her cheekbones. I believe that she could really be a lightning rod in the movie. Because her face kind of just says like anti-hero or anti-villain, whatever you want to call it. So Marvel, I would truly encourage you to, do whatever alterations you need to. Because like I said, you're the artist. I can't tell you what colors to use. But don't shy away from the existence of something that's real. The Israel-Palestine conflict. She can still give her thoughts on Palestine. I'm sure Ms. Marvel will give her thoughts on Palestine. But again, you're not telling the audience whose viewpoint to adapt to. You're not saying, oh, she's right because she said it. Or he's right because he said it. Or they're right because they said that. Or they're wrong because they don't agree with this. Everybody's not right. Everybody's not going to agree on something. So I believe that this will give New World Order a serious tone, which Marvel always shies away from. Again, like they did with Thor: Love and Thunder, a very serious matter in Jane Foster having stage 4 cancer. Gore, the God Butcher, trying to get vengeance for his daughter to kill all the gods. These are serious moments, but not serious films. New World Order, Captain America's movies have been very adult. I don't mean adult as in R-rated, but it's not really for kids. There's a lot of action, a lot of killing, and I believe New World Order should follow in that vein. But see, her introduction will give it a serious tone. And I don't know if Marvel is ready to pull up their big boy pants yet and go back to that field. So, those are just my thoughts. Just from the story, I do definitely want to see a secret agent with superpowers. I think that's just a cool notion. But this has been The Great Expanse by John Bat 426. I'm so glad you guys came for the video, and please come back for the next one.